Hi, this is a screencast video intended to show you how easy it is to use the really helpful tools called Help Me Solve This and View an Example within MyMathLab. Again, remember our MyMathLab classes are Canvas linked. So the best way to get into those tools in MyMathLab is to access the Canvas link MyMathLab class through our Canvas class. So once again, I'll use my hybrid Math 160 class as an example. So I'm opening up this fall 2023 class, and every class will have this link. Every Canvas class will have this link for MyMathLab. So whether it's a Math 160 class, a pre-calculus class, a statistics class, any one of them, you navigate to the Canvas class and then click My Lab and Mastering. And once you're finished with registering for the class, now you'll click the orange button, and this will take you into our actual MyMathLab class, but it is one that is Canvas linked. So eventually I can sync the grades from this MyMathLab class so that you can see your grades in Canvas, in the Canvas gradebook. But as far as using the tools from the assignment, whether you use the study plan or you are looking at old problems from the past that you want to review, you have these tools called View an Example and Help Me Solve This. So I'm just going to click on assignments for this one Math 160 course. And if we scroll to, let's say, a problem involving compound interest from section 4B, the post 4B problem, any one of these questions that you're doing that are computational in nature that you need, let's say, a formula, up will pop this dialog box for a problem. And when you're doing that problem, if you need help, down here on the bottom of that dialog box that opened up for this problem, there's the Help Me Solve This button down in the bottom left, as well as this View an Example. So when you click View an Example, you'll see that basically it's just showing you in little parts at a time how to do the problem in a formula that would apply. So you just keep reading this and clicking the Continue button, seeing how the given information is inserted into the formula, and eventually how you compute that. You either solving an equation or using order of operations, and then how you use that value, maybe involving some rounding at the end. That's what these approximately equal signs mean right here, these two tildes. And then eventually you summarize that in a sentence form. So when you close that, you will notice that this problem is not the same problem as the problem that was done. So if you close it, you can still work on the problem that was done before. But if you click the Help Me Solve This, it's going to work on this very same problem that you were just posed with. So with that being said, if I move this dialog box, it looks like with this red X that the problem you're not getting any credit for. So this is similar to the View an Example, but along the way, you're going to have to take the information that's given and insert parts of the problem in the solution. So here, there's 5 parts that they're going to be prompted for. And the first one is to convert this 2.01% to its decimal form by moving the decimal 2 places to the right. So the decimal form of 2.01% is 0.0201 after moving this decimal 2 places to the left. And you'll notice that you'll get the correct answer. If you don't get the correct answer, it will prompt you with what the answer is, or you'll have to keep doing it until you get it right. So using this option, you would continue through. This is compounded monthly, so there's 12 months in a year. Because there's 12 months in a year, there's 12 compounding periods, and so forth. So you just finish this problem and keep going through until the end. And once you close it out, it will regenerate a new problem with the different numbers. It's the same type of problem, but different numbers, and now you can work on that problem. So if you finish that problem, eventually when you put the problem in and you check your answer, it will get rid of this red X and convert it to a green check. If there is ever a green check and a red X, it means you only got partial credit, because there's plenty of problems in which you there's multiple parts to it. So you can get credit for some of it, and the part you don't get credit, you don't get credit. Okay? If you click to get more help, please, you can click the video or textbook to get help on this particular problem. If you click the Ask My Instructor, it will send an individual email for each one of those times you click that. So only do that if you've already clicked these 2 other options and looked at the video and the textbook and still don't figure out. From all those other tools, you should be able to know how to do it. So I'm closing that out because I want to show you how to not only get the help of View an Example and help me solve this when you're actually doing problems, but I also want to talk about the study plan. So if you click the study plan link in MyMathLab, these are not problems that you're going to get credit for, but are help for you to practice problems. So the hardest part to remember after clicking study plan is to click all chapters. When you click this link here, because the default is recommendations, when you click this little tab, all chapters, now you'll pull down to a section, a chapter that you might want help on, and a section. So I'm just selecting chapter 4 for the math book we use in Math 160. And in section 4 or 5, you can see it's more problems involving compound interest. So when you click that section, these will all be problems that have specific learning objectives. So instead of having all the problems in one big list, they're broken down by specific learning objectives. So you can really focus in on the help you need with specific types of problems, whether they're problems finding the APY, annual percentage yield, or calculating simple interest, or finding present value. Each of those different types of problems are broken down here in the study plan. It's a really good way to practice for quizzes and tests after you're finished with the homework, including the final exam. So that if you click on any one of those problems, you'll notice that up will open a dialog box, and for every one of these problems, you still have those same options down here of help me solve this and view an example when you're in the study plan. Okay, I hope that was informative to show you how to use the help me solve this and study and view an example options, whether you're doing homework or using the study plan. These options will not be there for quizzes and tests. By the time you take a quiz or test, you have to be able to do the problem independent of that help. Okay, take care.